Hey everyone, I'm Crystal.
And I'm VJ.
And on behalf of LifeScript, we're here to talk to you about the top 5 reasons why you should consider renting your home rather than selling it.
The reason number 1, if you live in an area where the estimated rental cost is higher than your current mortgage, which includes the mortgage, the interest payments, your rental taxes, all of those, then this might be a good opportunity to rent your house.
This is a great way to take advantage of the renting market in your area. And during times when the mortgage interest rates are high and also the housing market is high, people are less likely to buy homes and more likely to rent. So if this is the case, there's a possibility that renting your house could actually give you more income and exceed the cost of your mortgage.
An idea of what your property could potentially rent for, there are a couple options available. You could use a paid service, or you could use a free service. Some of the free services that we've personally used are Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com. We've even spoken to our real estate agent who's given us an idea of the rental prices in our area. The second reason why you should rent your house versus selling is that renting allows you to keep the asset.
And this really only applies if your current home is not already a major liability due to things like excessive repairs. And just to give you an example, in our house that we're currently renting, we wanted to update the bathrooms to make it more rentable. Now, we were quoted by a professional $10,000 for each bathroom to update it. And we decided that we could learn those skills and update it on our own just for under $3,000 for both. So if there are any ways that you can think of that are affordable and do-it-yourself things, maybe even just a fresh coat of paint, that make your home more rentable and turn it into an asset, then the following could apply to you. So the number 3 reason why you want to rent your house is that you have someone else building equity in your home, aka someone else is paying the mortgage.
This is a no-brainer, and probably the most obvious reason why people rent their houses is that somebody else will be paying the mortgage, which includes interest, the principal, property taxes, and all the other fees associated with the mortgage.
Now, there are some drawbacks and some considerations to keep in mind. For one, if you are going to move, you're responsible for coming up with that down payment rather than going the traditional route of using profits from selling your home because you chose to rent it. That being said, once that home is rented, your tenants are the ones paying your mortgage, and when that loan is paid off, that money becomes your passive income.
So keep in mind that you are still responsible for both mortgages. If there's any vacancies, you have to pay them. So you just need to be kind of mindful about this and be prepared for it.
So the number 4 reason for renting your home is that you can generate passive income. And who doesn't want passive income? So here's the breakdown. If your rent that you're charging your tenants every month is equal to your mortgage plus any repairs needed, then once that mortgage loan is paid off, whether it be 15 years or 30 years, you'll start generating passive income. And if you're lucky enough that your rent actually exceeds that mortgage and any repairs, then you can actually start generating passive income as soon as you get renters.
Once you have a property that's generating passive income, you then have the option to kind of invest this money wherever you choose. You could put into another investment, stocks. You could save the money for another down payment on another home, or simply just reinvest in yourself. The option is up to you. Finally, the 5th reason why you should rent your house instead of selling it is that the rental process is actually a lot easier than people give it credit for. With today's apps and tools, it's become a very streamlined process.
And similar to finding rental estimates on your home, there are some free services as well as paid services out there that you can consider. Now, traditionally, there's a paid service using a property management company who will basically streamline that whole process for you, find tenants, and put together a contract. They will charge you 5 to 10% of the rent each month. So if you can afford that, or if you're comfortable with that, that can be an option. Now, there are some free options, which is what we chose to do. We put together our own contract. We actually use the Florida Bar website to find a contract, and then we use an online service called DocuSign to sign it.
DocuSign, if you haven't heard, is an online signing program. You upload a contract, you select the areas where you want your signature and the other person's signature to be. They create an electronic signature and it gets sent to both parties. So instead of using a property manager, we chose to use an online website called Cozy. Cozy allowed us to do a lot of things that the property managers would do. For instance, we were able to list the property, set the rent price. It set the listing to multiple websites, Realtor.com and a bunch of others. We were able to screen the applicants, so we were able to look at their credit check, their background checks, all through this one portal. Finally, we were able to actually set up, once we selected a tenant, we were able to set up a payment processing with them so that we don't have access to any of their payment information. It's all done electronically and it's deposited into the accounts that we specified. So Cozy made the process for us a lot more streamlined and easy to manage.
For the one that we chose to use, Cozy, and for the services that we needed, they don't charge any kind of fees. Now, if any of their rules or their services change, they do give us 30 days notice, so we can make a decision at that point whether to proceed or continue and if we're okay with those changes. But that 30 days does give us a little bit of a safety net.
So in conclusion, I just want to say that we're not real estate professionals by any means. We have full-time jobs, but we decided a while ago that we wanted to rent out our house, and these are the reasons that we had.
So if you are currently renting your house, what were some reasons that made you decide to rent? And if you chose to sell your house, what were the main factors involved in selling it? Comment below because we love to hear. And if you're more interested in hearing about some of our lifestyle topics like financial health, physical health, and mental health, then subscribe to our channel. Sorry about our cats, but they're saying bye. So until next time.